comes. Oh man, why? I turned off the sound. Get pushback. And echo. I turned the sound off on my freaking PC today, and it didn't seem to work. Guess I gotta do it differently next time. I think I know what I did wrong. I did it different than I usually do, I mean. Okay. So, anyway, howdy, the Spell Rider, and welcome to my stream. I am back with Starfield, and I'm the same old junkie butt asshole dude here that I've always been. I think I got, damn it, I think I got the wrong armor on. Okay, yeah, see, this one's better, all the way around, except for when I go on cold planets. I need to change armor, or corrosive. Yep. Here we go. Hey, what up? Wow. Getting up and personal there. Anyway, I think I got my Chiat pretty set before I started tonight. My Chiat. I want to check one thing. I mean, my inventory and stuff, you know, my crap. And I need to check. What? That's not the way to check it. Check one thing before I start. I want to see. See, I'm still. Wait. Nickel. Where's all my nickel? Oh, I never did set up a nickel station. Produce nickels. Double check this. Everything looks pretty alluring except for nickels. How's the copper? Because the copper was having a problem. Now it looks okay. I need to turn off the copper. That's what it was. I knew I need to do something. That's the copper right here. Need to turn off the copper. Oh shit. Am I overloaded or something? I'm overloaded. Why am I overloaded? What am I overloaded with? With Chiat. That's not. Because I changed suits. I still got too much weight on me though. Why? Resources 1. Oh, I know why. Right here. I've got contraband. I need to go to the bad place. Bad place. Get rid of my contraband. Like a rock and roll band. It's contra to a rock and roll band. Okay, let's turn this off. Is this the right one? Doesn't even say that there's any. What is going on here? Cargo link. Nothing. It's not bringing anything. Okay. Well, I guess it's not going to hurt to freaking disconnect it then, is it? Later. Don't come back. Whoa. It's dueling ships. Turn that off. Other thing I want to check on is my helium. I want to see if I got these tanks full yet or not. Once I get the tanks full, I want to shut that down, which is the wrong way. I'm so confused. I really needed to put these things next to each other. That one that's over there next to here. I could have put my landing pad over there. Maybe I could fix that later. I got so much storage. All that over there is all storage. I made all these. I showed these last night. But today, well, I had a couple helium tanks back here. Oh, actually, they were over here yesterday. I put them back here and built 2 more. So, see, that one is... Why do I keep getting benzene and argon in my stuff? It's supposed to be all helium. There's no way that benzene should be able to be gotten. What is this? Terafluorides. Okay, so these are not filled up yet. So once they get filled up... maybe I hooked up something. Let me get the airborne mode. Airborne ranger. Okay, so this is going to there. This was going to... Wait, what? Where's this connected to? This one. Can I see? I do this. This is connected over there. It's not supposed to connect there. Wait, where's the freaking helium coming from? It's coming from over here. Shouldn't even... Why is that hooked up to there? I'm going to unhook that. Unhook this one. That's why I'm getting freaking benzene. This thing here... Whatever that means. Hey, King Rat, what's up? Welcome. Anyway, another thing, Bethesda put a new patch up, and I was playing today for hours, and I didn't crash. Fingers crossed.
I'll keep an eye out for hostile life forms.
But you never know. Come on, get your little it. Shit. We jump on top of this thing. Then try it. Wow, there's trees growing through my landing pad. That is not good on the ship. See, I think the only thing that should be coming through here is helium. There we go. So for now, it should be hooked up this way. If I have to turn on something else, after I get the helium filled up, I'll turn off the helium. And if I want to get something else over there, which there's three other resources in there. What are they? I don't know. Maybe 2 more coming through there. I got it all written down. It's all written down. Anyway, so that's... Let me look again. I think I turned off... I still got 2 ships coming in there, so... I need to check on my lead. Oh, there's lead. I got 1,700 lead. How about titanium? What else was good coming? Yeah, titanium. We got 1,300 titanium. I think I'm going to let the titanium come through. And that's... Where the hell does the titanium come from? It's coming from this one? I don't even know. I'm going to have to check. Hold on. I guess I can jump up there and find out. Turn that off so I can see. I can't see where I'm going. Let's turn this on. There we go. Got lights. Stand with Ukraine. What's up? They put out a hot fix yesterday. I think it was today. So this one is titanium. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one going for a little while. I actually put a whole nother titanium extractor in today so that it might fill up quicker, hopefully. It's like messed up. Alrighty. Can I fly over there without killing myself? Let's see. Let's run. Run. Fly! Fly, little one! Fly! Oh God, that hurt myself. I should have at least did one last retro before I freaking hit the ground. Okay, I think this place is pretty well done. What I was trying to do today is level up again, and I still got like about 500 XP to go. So that's what I'm going to do at the starting of tonight, is go out and hunt. Go hunting. Hunting we will go. Hunting we will go. Hi-ho, the Barrio. Barrio? Mario. Mario. What you talking about, buddy? Okay, let's see. I need to find a good planet with, this system's actually level 10, so this isn't too bad. But I'm up to level 20 something, so I need to find a system that's around level 20. That's 55. Nope. That's 50. What's this one? 5. Thought volley. Thought it was more. 45. What is that one? Linus. There's 20. 20. Oh God, it's all freaking gas giants. Wait, what's this one? Just right. Oh wow, I've already did that one. I wanted one that I haven't done yet. Wow, I did that one too. I surveyed everything. I don't think I surveyed these 2 little moons, did I? Yeah, I surveyed it. I didn't get the that's got a lot of resources, man. Look at all that stuff. I actually need nickel. But let me check something else. What's this? This is level 20. Okay, perfect. Because I already have stuff going on here. And there's one planet that I haven't surveyed yet. I think. Is it that one? No. Is it this one? Nope. I've surveyed that one. What's this one? This one is not it. What about this one? Okay, I haven't surveyed that. It has none though. Let me just go survey it real quick. What was that? Oh man, my eyes. There's a planet where someone had 8 different resources under one outpost area. Can't remember where, though. Yeah, the most I've seen on one. Oh, I have 4 on one. I guess it's possible to find find them. You just got to look real hard. It was hard to find 4 of them on one too, and I actually got it a little bit off. I wish I would have moved it over a little bit. I'd have to rebuild them. That's really sucks about this, is that Bethesda has the ability to be able to pick up your base and move it somewhere else, because they do it in Fallout 76. You can pick up your entire camp and go lay it down somewhere else. There's a little problem with that, though, is that most times, unless you have your base in a completely flat area and find another completely flat area to put it in, it won't really lay down right. But they have the ability. So why couldn't they have did it in this one? At least in Fallout 76, if you can't lay it down, you still have the components in your inventory, so you can lay down it one component at a time. Rebuild it. In this game, they should do that, and I hope they do that. I hope somebody comes up with at least a mod that does that. Because people have looked at the code for Fallout 76. They just can't do anything about it because it's online. So I know people know what the code is. Modders know what the code is, and they can change it. So it really sucks. So you put down your outpost here, and if you just get it a little bit off, if you just want to move it over like 50 feet, or if you just want to move it down, a mile away or something, you have to destroy your whole thing. You have to completely dismantle it without getting any resources back, which really sucks. At least in Fallout 76, when you trash something, you get some of the resources back, but you trash your shit, you don't get any of the resources back, and then you have to completely rebuild it somewhere else. And I'm just not going to do that. I ended up today going to the same planet that has the outpost with 4 items on it, or in the same outpost, and the helium was like right on the edge, and I could just barely even fit the helium thing there. So what I did is I just went about probably a mile away and found another location that had a lot of helium, and I laid down an outpost. I didn't build any helium things, but I'm thinking about it. Right now, looks like the helium's doing all right. So I don't know if I'm going to need it. But if I do need it, I got one ready to go. And that's all it's going to be producing is helium. And then it'll send it back to the other base that's on the same planet. Or actually, I think it's a moon. But they'll send it back to that base. And then that base will send it back to the other system where it's being stored. But anyway, let's scan this puppy. See what we got here. We got oxygen, lead, uranium, argon. I'm not sure what the next one is. Iridium, volume, whatever it's called. And I'm not sure what the next one is either. But what's this one? No. What's the other one? Oh, it's benzene. What? Benzene COHN. Okay. What's over here? Lead, yeah. Anyway, this looks like a good place to go check out for a minute. That's like the pole, though, ain't it? Wait. No, it's just... Yeah, it is. I don't want to get up in the... The whole place is frozen, huh? Is this water? No, it says hills. It's over here. Mountains. Right over here. Sandy desert. That sounds fun. So let me go check that out a minute. Land, yeah. That's what I was trying to do.
Landing site's clear. All green here.
Oh, look at the air. I should. Didn't I get on the did I not get on the sunny side? Well, that was really stupid of me. Thought I did. Old Git spends about 40 minutes at his outpost crafting and leveling up 5 or 6 times. Yeah. I did a lot of crafting stuff earlier. That's what I'm kind of I'm wanting to level up right now so that I can bring up my weapons engineering. I've got it this opened up now. All I need is 1 point to spend on it, and I can actually upgrade my guns pretty good after this. I can mainly, I want to put another can't remember what they call it now. They have a lot more categories than in like Fallout for weapon upgrades, weapon mods. There's one weapon, I think it's called internal mods. I can jack this thing up to about 5 or 10 more damage each shot. Anyway, so what am I doing? Oh, there's something over there. There's water. Oh, hey. Okay, I should be able to get this closer now. Did I get it? Oh, I did it. I want to see how far away I have to be. I upgraded that one thing that says that. Okay. Did I get that? Yeah. Structure. No, go that way. Nature, I mean. Natural. That's what I meant. Come in, Spock. We're gonna have to go check that out. Side of the road. This is pretty barren. This place does not have much. I didn't finish reading the chat. I think all the systems with major cities are lower level. Not really. When you get out in the outskirts area a little more, they have higher levels. I know that. Okay, what Cheyenne? That's 1, huh? Yeah. That's 5. That's 40. I've been to there though. I think. Have I? Oh wait, maybe not. That's 25. It's not out of my wheelhouse. There's one planet out here that has a lot of settlements on it, though. I've been to it. What was it? Oh, well, there it is. How high is this? This is 30. It's not real super high. But there's at least 2 major towns in this system. Let me see. There's this one. And then there's one over here. The Red Mile. That's what we were talking about last night. Plus there's something else. Maybe it's just the Red Mile. How come this is unknown? I never scanned that? Huh. I might go over there after this. So that's level 30. This place is really barren. Got a lot of uranium, though, and iridium.
I've visited worlds with temperatures this low before, and it's never been a pleasant experience.
What is the temperature? It's only 63 degrees below. We've been on a lot of places that were 150 below. Alright, got it. Oh, hey, there's something blue over there. There's quite a few resources. Just haven't found a whole lot of them yet. Get the lid out. That's 3. Now, this place is like drawing lightning. Conductive ridge. Hey, there's more stuff. Pile of rocks. Guess it's better than a pile of poop. I got 4 out of 8 now. There's something. No, that's green. Let's get to the top of this mountain and see what I can see. More green. Oh, there's some. Is that water? No, it's argon. Okay, I want to see how far I can scan it from. Get up to 60. Should be able to do it from 60 or 50. Oh. Dang.
Keep scanning. I'm sure there's
40.
something nearby.
It's not really worth it, man. I still have to get really damn close. I wasted a skill point last time on scanning. Was it this one? Yeah, surveying. Even at 50, that's still getting pretty close. Might as well go all the way up to 25. Okay, I still need 3 more. There's really nothing on these planets like this to get a lot of XP on. There's nothing to shoot. Not a whole lot to loot. It's just way too barren. By barren, I mean Baron von Richthofen. What the hell did that mean? Blue Jay, what's up? So I was watching a video earlier of some dude that was playing this game, and he was showing all the different exploits that you could do. And I wouldn't do them, but it's kind of funny. The guy was pretty crazy. He's got like freaking millions of subs. Already got millions of views on that video. I can't remember his name. I've never heard of him before, but he's English, as you probably know. Any English gamer just gets freaking subs up the ass just by the virtue of their voice. People just love to watch freaking English people because they sound funny, just because they sound funny, you know? It's just, at least with me, it gives me this whole Monty Python vibe when somebody English is cracking jokes and shit. No matter if the jokes are good or not, as long as they got an English accent and they're cracking jokes, man, they're Monty Python to me. Hey, there's something. Whatever. Vanadium. But yeah, he was showing that. Okay, so when you go to, and I knew this already, because I made a mod for Fallout 4, a quest mod, and I know the practice of doing this. When you have an NPC, when you're making a mod or making the game in general, you put the NPC out on the world. But if the NPC is like a vendor or something, they have inventory, right? You can't put the inventory on them. Even characters, I don't think our inventory is not actually on us. It's hidden somewhere in a chest. So with a vendor, what they do is if they just put the stuff in a chest, people will look in the friggin' chest and just take all the shit, you know? So what they do is they take the chest and put it under the ground. So if there's a vendor anywhere in the game, underneath them, somewhere underneath them, they don't have to put it directly under them, they can put it somewhere else and just link it to that vendor. There's chests. And apparently in this game, the chests are almost directly underneath each vendor. Because all you got to do, you know how you clip through walls and shit sometimes, and you end up underneath the rocks or something like that? What he does is purposely clips himself under the rocks and runs around underneath the world until he can find the vendor chests, and then he'll freaking just take everything from them, especially the money. And the big thing is that at the spaceports, they always have the ship technician guy that where you can upgrade your ship and buy new ships and things like that. And because you can buy new ships from them and shit, they carry mega cash. I'm talking like, I think it was like 80,000 or something like that. So he was going under the world and finding the chests of the ship technicians and stealing. Not stealing, because it's not even considered stealing. You just take the damn money. They can't see you. You're underneath them. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I would never do that, but for those who want to know, it's possible, and you can get a lot of money and all their equipment. Some of it, though, I noticed that some of it's actually stealing, but other equipment is not stealing. You can take a vendor's freaking guns and shit like that without it being stealing. They don't have the little red icon next to them. Some of them do, though. It's kind of funny that some food vendor, all the stuff was stealing, but then the weapons vendor was not stealing.
Anything interesting in range?
Come on, I need 2 more. I guess I'm not running into any rocks up here. I need to go down. Let's go down this way. There's more rocks. This planet is not the best planet to be surveying. Anyway, I'll make my money the old-fashioned way. I'll just kill a bunch of people. Just take all their stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. Also, last night, I was talking about how in this game, instead of FTL drives, okay, so most space movies, including like Star Wars, uses faster than light travel. Even Star Trek, they call it different. They call it warp drive. Then it's not faster than light drive, but or FTL drives. They call it warp drive, but it's the same thing. I'm pretty sure warp 1 means light speed. Warp 2 is twice light speed. Warp 3 is 3 times, and so on. But in this game, they use a concept called folding space, which, okay, there's so far there's at least 3 major theories of space travel. One is you have to go as fast as the speed of light, but the problem with going fast as the speed of light is that the faster you travel in space, the more mass you build up. You don't build up weight because you're weightless in space, but you build up mass, which is kind of the same thing, but not. It's kind of hard to explain the difference. I don't know how to explain the difference. Because also, for one thing, you could have a small object that has heavy mass. Well, in real life, you could have an ounce of gold, and it weighs it's smaller than an ounce of silver because gold weighs more. But it also has more mass, and mass is actually density, which does contribute to a higher weight. But anything with a mass creates its own gravity. And as you travel through space and get faster and faster, you create more mass, so you also create more gravity. And for one thing, things will be pulled in your direction a lot more the faster you go. For another thing is they say that once you get up to light speed, you have this total mass that okay, so as you get mass, the slower you go. So you're trying to go faster, but the faster you go, the more mass you get, but the mass slows you down. So you have a big conflict there. A paradox. At the speed of light, apparently you will have like infinite mass or something. I don't know how they calculate that. So you have to get past the mass barrier, which I think has to, I've mentioned this before, I think it has to do with the next evolution in science that we as human beings are going to have, is conquering gravity. Instead of electricity, like we did last century, we're going to conquer gravity. Maybe this century. Maybe even sooner, maybe this decade. I don't know about that being possible with the current political situation, but you never know. But if you can conquer gravity, then you can cut down on there's actually no friction in space. You know, there's no you're in a vacuum, so there's no friction. But there is something that causes you to get more mass. And if you can conquer gravity, I think it would cure that problem. Okay, so that's one of the 3 major theories of space travel is faster than light. If you can break the light speed barrier, just like the sound barrier that they did, 70 years ago, or however long it was that freaking John Glenn, I think, was the one that broke the sound barrier the first time, right? I'm not sure. But they would break this after they finally broke the sound barrier. Then they were able to go to Mach 2 and Mach 3 and Mach 4. I don't know if they ever made it to Mach 4. Are they at Mach 4 yet? I guess maybe in space. I don't know. But once you break the light barrier, for one thing, I don't know what it would do, because when you break the sound barrier, it explodes. A sound concussion breaks. You're actually breaking the sound barrier, so you're going faster than sound, so it just breaks through a sound barrier and creates a sonic boom. So that's sound. What happens when you break the light barrier? Is it going to break light? I mean, it's going to blind you. I don't know what people theorize about that, but I've thought about that before. Is once you break the light barrier, something crazy is going to happen. But also, once you break the light barrier, it's going to be easier to get to Mach or warp 2 or warp 3, because you've already broke warp 1. Okay, so let's get past that now. The second theory of space travel is wormholes, either man-made or natural wormholes, which are what we consider black holes. You have to create an event horizon which will link you to some other part of space. So what it's doing is making a corridor beyond space, out of space, not in our space, like in subspace, like in that's kind of what warp drive is in Star Trek. It's not the same as Star Wars, which uses actual FTL drive. Star Trek, they travel through subspace, so they're not actually creating a wormhole, but they do have parts of Star Trek that they can travel mass distances through wormholes, but otherwise they're going through subspace. But it's kind of the same concept, but with just regular subspace, you're limited on how far you can go at once. But in wormholes, they will just link through. What's that other movie? There's another movie where they were linking two parts of space through like a subspace, but it was actually linking them through hell, like a hell dimension. And they was that interstellar maybe. That was crazy, but that's the second one, is you're linking two parts of space through some kind of corridor out of our physical space, like through another dimension. The third, and that's what they use in this, is folding time, which a lot of people confuse with wormholes, but it's not exactly the same thing. It's not even close to the same thing. wormholes is like black holes, and you have an event horizon where you have to cross over, and once you get past the event horizon, you just get sucked through to the other side. But in folding space, which they do in this game, and they also do it, the first time I really even heard about it was I was reading the books Dune. In the movie they don't explain it as much, but in the books they really explain it a lot. And it's a cool concept. Okay, so in Dune, they use drugs they called spice. And the spice, oh hey, here we go, finally found something. The spice alters your mind
Got anything on your scanner?
to a point where you are able to physically change reality. And what you do is you fold space. So if you want to get, 10,000 light years away, or say you just want to get one light year away. If you want to get 1 light year away, you bring that light year to that piece of space. Space and time are the same, is what the concept is. Space and time are the same, and you have to fold space so that part of space is right next to you, and then you just have to create a doorway and walk through, and you're already there. So the same concept is going 1,000,000 miles away, or going a whole light year away, or going 100,000 light years away. You can fold space and end up right there instantaneously. There's not even, like a wormhole, it's sucking you through and it takes a little bit of time to get to the other side. But with folded space, you're just like walking through a door. You're opening a door, walking through, and then closing it. And you're an infinite number of miles away. So I think that's really a cool concept. And I said last night, I think it was Einstein that might have came up with this theory, because he's the one that came up with the wormhole theory in the first place. But I think he also came up with the folding space theory also. And I'm not sure exactly scientifically how it's possible, but there is concepts that they have some really, really good theories about it. I've seen a few of them. I've seen a video today, but the guy's voice. Has anybody ever watched the movie or the TV show The Big Bang Theory? There is this one teacher that's like in conflict with all of them all the time, that has this lisp when he talks, and he talks really funny. Well, I was watching this video, and it's talking about the folding space theory, and the dude that's narrating it has a lisp just like that. I don't know if it's some kind of a freaking an accent. It kind of sounds like it might be an accent, but I don't think so. I think he's just got some kind of speech impediment. It is really annoying. I was going to post it on Discord, but I decided, nah, it's just too annoying. Okay, what just happened? Okay, we got bad guys. We got bad guys. Bad guys. Look like bad guys. Finding sight. Yep, wait. Spacer troublemaker. Yep, that is bad guy. He is an ex-spacer.
Not another one for me.
I gave her a new gun. It burns people. Oh, shit. Whoa. Whoa. It freaking caught him on fire, and his backpack, or his jetpack, freaking went haywire. That was cool.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
Corrosive naval cutlass. Anyway. I've never been, I've never learned anything about science in school. Most of it's just theory from reading books and my imagination, and watching movies and TV shows that talk about it, and documentaries and shit like that. But I always thought it's interesting, and I think time travel, freaking space travel, anything like that is like freaking crazy when you think about it. How it's possible and how it could be possible. Nordic Laps. Hey, welcome to the stream. Sound barrier only exists in what? Hold on. Can't see it from here. I gotta look. In atmosphere. Oh, yeah. It only exists in the atmosphere. I'm not talking about sound barrier in space. I'm talking about a light barrier in space. Light does exist in space. Sound doesn't exist in space. From what I heard, in a vacuum, sound doesn't exist, does it? You can't hear things in a vacuum. And also in space, well, actually, radio waves, which are basically the same thing as sound waves, do travel through space. So sound does travel through space. It's just I don't know if it makes a sound. Just like it's actually there's a theory, and it sounds pretty simplified saying this, but if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's there to hear it, does it actually make a sound? No, it actually doesn't. It makes waves. It makes waves that travel. But if there's nobody on the receiving end of the waves, then it's no sound at all. It's just waves. But yeah, light barrier would be a lot different though than the sound barrier, and it wouldn't produce a sonic boom because it's not sound, and it's not sound waves, it's light waves, which are completely different. But it might create some kind of a crazy freaking light show, that might be so intense it burns out your retinas and burns out your brain, If you're caught in a freaking sound boom, when I was a kid, or sonic boom. When I was a kid, it was actually, I think it's illegal now for planes to go faster than sound in an uncontrolled environment. They can only do it in experimental areas, and it has to be completely regulated, at least in, westernized countries. It has to be completely regulated, and it can't be done over populated areas. But when I was a kid, my dad was in the Air Force, and that's where him and my mom met, in Florida, Panama City, Florida, at Tyndall Air Force Base. And planes used to come, when I was a kid, I remember this vividly. Planes used to come over out of that freaking base and break the sound barrier constantly. Every single day, 10, 15, 20 times a day. And it shakes your windows, man, of your house. The closer they are to you, the more they shake. And I heard of people getting their windows broke from it. So it's pretty destructive. I can imagine what, if you're right there, they wear, ear protection and stuff like that when they're, but I don't think the pilots themselves can hear the sound barrier because they're passing it. They're going faster than the sound, so they're not even hearing it. But if there's a plane or something that's next to them, like they just passed a plane as they're breaking the sound barrier, and they didn't have ear protection, I wonder if that would damage somebody's eardrums. You know, I bet you it would. It might just blow your freaking eardrums right out. So something to do with light waves instead of sound waves. Because light waves are completely different. They're not really even waves. Or are they? I don't even know. I don't know the scientific concept of it. But I wouldn't think they'd be waves. That would, unless they're like completely fast waves, like a strobe effect, but so fast that you can't even see the strobe. I don't know. Oh hey, famous. Oh, God, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't even read. Oh, factoids maybe. I can't read my playback computer or monitor has got such small print, it's hard for me to read. I still need to fix that. I keep forgetting to. I need to do something about it. If I make the fonts bigger, then it's harder to see the rest of the freaking video and stuff. It's a catch 2, man. Catch 22. Catch 22. I gotta come up with something. It's getting harder and harder for me to see it sometimes. Now let me just stop and take a look here. The spice must flow. Yeah. I am hoping the new Dune movie will trigger a decent Dune game. Yeah, that'd be cool. I hope they come out with another Dune movie. This last one wasn't too bad. The original one was I could take it or leave that one. With the dude from Twin Peaks and Sting. John McLaughlin? No, that's a singer. Kyle MacLachlan. This newer one seemed to be more closer to the books, but the original one came out, the original movie came out right at about the same time, right after I read the book, so it was fresh in my mind, so I could really tell the difference. And it's been 30 years, I think, since I read the books. So it's not as fresh in my memory anymore, so this new movie seemed a lot better. Seemed to follow the books, or the book, the first book, a little more. I read the first 4 books. I don't know if there was any more than that. Why can I not find one stinking more resource? This planet is so barren. Let's see. Inertia is the main problem humans have with traveling. Well, inertia just makes it so you can't slow down fast enough. Inertia, once you're moving, you know, in space, you can't stop as easily. Retro rockets, I guess, help that. But inertia, I think inertia also has to do with the mass thing too, doesn't it? I don't know. It's been a long time since I even freaking thought about it. Until I started playing this game. There's no sound in space. Sound is not electromagnetic waves. It is pressure waves of atmosphere. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, it's moving around. It's moving around molecules. That's what it's doing, ain't it? It's creating vibrations And I guess you can't create vibrations without, well, in the vacuum of space, because there's not any real molecules, are there? I don't even know. Light passes both the particle and the wave test. Our real problem as humans traveling faster is inertia. We would have to spend decades accelerating to the speed of light, and again to decelerate.